do feel a little more substantial than before. Less camping and scrounging off the land, I take it. Fair point. I'm not quite sure this evening's refreshments will be to your tastes, but hopefully the company will make up for it. Must I? You presume a great deal. I'm joking. Of course I want to know. Tell me all. Well, you needn't count me amongst the panicky. I know what you did for all of us. I'll never forget it. Coming from me, that's saying something.
I spend most of my time trying to convince them how much fun the study of magic can be. But it'd be easier to crack a smile on an intellect devourer than some of my pupils. Smiling may no longer come easy to you, but I've seen how your tentacles twitch at my jokes. Even the ones I'm not entirely certain I was trying to make. What of you? What are you making of this newfound lease of life we earned? Living life to the full, even as an illithid. Inspirational stuff. I've told my students plenty of tales about our escapades. You're something of a hero to them, you know? I'll be delighted to introduce you to my current cohort as a guest lecturer, perhaps. I'm sure they'd have plenty of questions for you. Never fear. My students are as open-minded and generous a bunch as you'll find north of the Chionthar. And I'll remind them of their manners.
You helped Mr. Dekarios save Baldur's Gate from the Absolute, isn't that right? And you made significant sacrifices to your well-being by the looks of things. That doesn't sound like him. But whichever way you want to remember it, well done, I suppose. You ought to come visit myself and Gale when you're able. If you can extract yourself from whatever responsibilities mind flayers might have.
I wasn't sure our withered old friend could live up to his promise. But here we are. At least I assume it's you in there. It's a little hard to tell. How have you been since, everything? I am glad. Genuinely. Few would make the sacrifice you did.
Well now, you can make yourself presentable when you have a mind to. Your higher form has brought with it some higher manners then. But, should a mother wish to know how her children are faring, not worrying, mind, only wondering, perhaps you might write and tell me of them. And of you too. You are meant to be an evolved being, are you not? I'm sure you can master quill and parchment. And I vow to send them word of my own wanderings. If only to spare me Rion's wrath next I return.
Jack Van Findu. For 2 months, Orpheus trained me in the ways of the comet. For 2 more, I skewered Kithraki bellies. And for 2 more yet, I traveled through limbo. But nothing has made me quiver more than seeing your face here today. Tentacles and all. That I could touch you in flesh, run my hands across your skin. I can feel you, even taste you in this form. But it is as if a thin layer of glass separates us. I can't quite have the whole of you.
How about I change the subject before I dig this hole any deeper? You look positively perfect. Not a tentacle out of place. But damn it all, you were too bold a soul to be slinking in shadows, tentacles or not. I'm sorry. I promise your sacrifice hasn't gone forgotten. It's afforded me a life of my own making, slaying the beasts of the coast.
But enough, my friend! I cannot tell your tale if I do not know the whole of it. Minsc and Boo would know where you have been, what you have done. Boo has been admiring the sheen of goo upon your slimy form. He says it twinkles in the starlight.
I am all ears, though I never cared for that phrase. A rather unsettling image. Yet not by me. I shall tell the children of your heroism and sacrifice. They shall know what they owe to you. Trust me.
Soldier! It's really you! Oh, I've missed you, man. Like, I've really missed you. And you're so tentacly. You can't miss it. So shiny. Haven't seen any mind flayers anywhere in Avernus, I must say. Never thought I'd miss them. War's a dirty business.
Ah, my dear friend, it's been an age, has it not? You're looking, well. Our skeletal friend will be very pleased to see I found my way here, despite my invitation getting lost in the post. Oh, I wouldn't bother you with such things during a party. And anyway, I've gotten quite good at replicating your signature, so you needn't even bother with the release form. You might help me with the title, though. I'm considering The Hero and Me. What do you think? Who says you're the titular hero, Oh, I jest, probably. But believe you me, I couldn't have written a word without you.
Thou feelst it still. She is not here. She who was the boldest. Hast thy thoughts been with brave Karlach often? She would not come. To leave thy burden unspoken is to leave thyself burdened. In the fugue plain, her soul burns so bright, it pains the gods to look upon. Recall that in time, all changeth and all is rejoined. Thou shalt be with her again. What indeed? Prick up thy ears and listen.